Today I was expecting to get my PR. I was expecting to get my invitation, but I didn't get it. And I've been waiting for. I mean, I've been in Canada for 11 years now, and um, January 13th last week actually marked 11 years. I was hoping to get it then. I was praying that I would get it January 13th, and it would be like, yo, how insane it would be for getting it or getting it, on the 11th year, just smack on the date. It would be epic. I didn't get it last week, and then I was like, well, that's okay. How about I get it a week after, right? That would be even more insane, because 11 years. So that would 10 plus 1. So essentially, instead of me getting it on the exact same week, I get it 1 week after 11 years. There's a way my mind just kind of works with numbers, and I just try and make meaning out of maybe things that aren't really that meaningful. But anyways, I tried to tell myself that. So I was really banking on this week being when I would get it. And then yesterday they sent out the PMP. I was looking at the numbers. I was like, okay, the PMP numbers are really high. So I'm expecting the CEC, which is my category, to be really high as well. The last draw was 511. I'm 507. And I was just like, by God's grace, they do another 8K, 9K draw, and boom, I'm taken. So I'm out here with all these expectations. My phone has been full for a while now. I'm out of space on my phone. But yesterday, I got the external hard drive, plugged it in, removed a bunch of videos that were filling up the space, because I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to call my family. I'm going to record myself. The moment I see the notification on my phone that, draws are out, I'm going to just record. I showered, sprayed my perfume. I was ready. And boom, they called today, and it was 509. It was 509. It was not what I expected. Bro, you think that is bad? Let me show you the plan that I pretty much had. Look at the plan I drew yesterday. I've been so, and the reason why I'm sharing all this is because after being down from all this, I had to just tell my family, like, yeah. So draws came out, and they were celebrating like, oh my goodness, you're two away, because the whole time there was a time where draws were like 547, 542, and then my faith was strong. So it's been going down, getting closer and closer every week or every other week or every month. It keeps coming closer, and I share the score, and it's 509, and you're like, just two more, hallelujah, thank Jesus. And me, I'm on this other end, just having the worst time of my life, because I had this huge expectation. And that's what I'm pretty much showing you here. Like, look at me. This was me yesterday. I've been looking at the distribution of the scores. So I'm like, okay, there were 21,000 people, and then the last draw they did was 8,000. So that leaves only 16,000 people left. 16,000 people between 501 and 511. That must mean da 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 da. I was out here doing all these crazy calculations and saying, surely the next draw they're going to do is going to be like maybe another 8,000. They're going to do another so I think I said 9,000. Tomorrow's draw. So I did this yesterday, by the way, January 20th. It's going to be 9,000. And that's going to be 9,000 out of 13,000. That means they're going to take a lot of the people. Yeah. So it's definitely going to be like 504 or 505. And moving on Reddit, I'm not just doing this privately. I'm on Reddit. A lot of people are out here panicking on Reddit, and I'm going, don't worry, the score is going to be like 505. And I think I received up to like 20 something up votes, right? And I'm not trying to say I was, it was like making me proud. That's not the word. I don't know if it was rubbing my ego the right way, stroking my ego essentially, but I know I kind of, for 1 second extra, I looked at it and I saw I had like 21 upvotes, and I was like, huh, cool. It was real quick. Anyways, all this to say, today everything fell flat. All these plans, everything, all my calculations, all that I was doing fell flat. And man, it hurt. It really hurt. It stung. I've just been down bad. And I had to tell my family, and they were like, "Oh my goodness, how you've come so far. Now you're just two away, and this is where you're gonna like lose faith." And it's like, no, I'm not really losing faith, to be honest. I'm just hurt because I had this expectation that hasn't been met. and my sister and my family said I should actually, this is where I worship. This is where I thank God. This is where I, um, you know, practice faith in the moments where expectations are not met. And quite honestly, this is also something my pastor has said in church, that when you receive the bad news or the news that you are not expecting, how you react is very vital. How you react is instrumental to how the future unfolds. So, yeah, I guess I'm just sharing this because by the grace of God, I was able to talk with family, get that support, but I also just spent some time confessing to God that I was actually beginning to pride myself, and really just, I guess God is just, how did my sister say it? Teaching me how to surrender, I think. Because honestly, yes, I have surrendered my getting my PR, but there's a part of me that was really getting into all the calculations. So I'm out here really kind of going, so I'm calculating this and I'm calculating that, and it really might have got into my head a little bit more than it should have. So this is an example, and God just using this to teach me, a teaching moment to rely on Him, and yeah, not rely on my freaking paint predictions that were based off God knows what. So I just thought to share this. I don't know if it's helpful for anyone, but yeah, felt really moved. This is the first video on this channel this year, kind of crazy. Um, but hopefully more videos to come, and I hope I've gotten everything I actually wanted to get across, because yeah. Anyways, I spent some time actually doing, praying, and then listening to some worship music, and then some praise music, which actually helped me just just give it to God, because I think that's super important. It wasn't easy. I really, just like, God, I can't believe you did this to me, man. Like, I dressed up for this. I've been thinking of, last year, I remember when Hallelujah Challenge, I was dancing, dressed like your miracle. So all these different things were really coming, and I think I missed the mark, in that I started relying a little bit on, I've seen it. And I guess this is also a part to figure out, how do you claim something in faith, but then make sure the faith hasn't turned to your own flesh. So you're claiming something by the strength of your own flesh. It's going to happen my way. It's going to happen the way I see it. Which I think is where I fell into, and I was trying to orchestrate the happening. Sorry, I've not been looking at you guys, by the way. I've kind of been looking down. I'm not reading a script, but yeah, it's been a minute since I looked up straight to the camera. So, anyways, yeah, I think I was beginning to lean on, on the strength of my flesh, and this really is a teaching moment, and I just thank God for it. Um, and I hope anyone out there could have learned from me, or share in the comments if you've experienced something like this. You were hoping on getting that job and then it fell flat, or something, or whatever. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, take care, peace out, bye.